Congratulations on receiving this special opportunity to represent our country by playing America's pastime.
Welcome into our first edition of Gate Takes. My name is Henrique DaMour. I'm a broadcaster for the Wareham Gatemen. Alongside me, Ian Vescera, our beat writer. And today we've got two Team USA members, Bryson Stott of UNLV and Andrew Vaughn from Cal. So, you've only been here a couple of weeks, but how are you enjoying Wareham so far?
It's pretty cool. It's a little different than the big city I'm from, so being able to experience something different is pretty cool to me.
I'd have to say just being here in the Cape's pretty awesome. Coming from Berkeley, a big city, being in Mattapoisett, Massachusetts for my host house it's been a different experience.
What are the sights and sounds? Good bites to eat, good places to visit on an off day?
We've kind of been experiencing the different restaurants for sure. Try not to go to the same place and just experience in the Cape.
Ooh, lobster trap. Went there, got a 2-pound lobster. I'd really recommend that to anybody.
Eat it all?
Yes, I did, and they apparently messed up my order and brought me 2, so they brought me a 3rd one. And that was different, but I enjoyed it.
Now, Bryson, for you, last summer you played in the Northwoods League. So how does the Cape differ so far? You've only been here for a little bit, but what differences or similarities have you seen?
I would say just the everyday playing in the Northwoods is a little different than here. We've already had an off day. We didn't really have those in the Northwoods, so being able to take some time off is a little different. And just the atmosphere is different. You know, you play as a team in both leagues, obviously, but the fans, more fan enjoyment in the Northwoods, I would say. I would say that's the biggest difference being here.
Yeah, as someone I broadcasted for Duluth last summer in the Northwoods, and it's a slog. The road trips can really get to, because we went from Duluth to Bismarck was our longest road trip, and that was 7 hours. But here it's like an hour is not too bad.
Yeah, I was in Wisconsin Rapids, and we had to go to Battle Creek, Michigan. A good old 9-hour ride.
That's tough.
It was always fun.
Yeah. So like you said, you play as a team here, even though like the emphasis of these summer leagues are on individual development, guys getting reps, raising your draft stock, right, and pressing scouts and all that. But this year you're pretty lucky so far. The team's 6-2. You guys are winning. How does that change the atmosphere when you come to play? Folks on individual versus folks on the team.
I mean, I'd have to say when you play as a team, everything else kind of takes care of itself. I mean, he can tell that our atmosphere here is great. I think all the guys get along really well, and we play some good baseball, as we've shown.
Yeah, just like what he said, the team kind of came together from the very start, and it's like he said again, if you play as a team, everything else, all the individual stuff will come, and winning games is a lot better than losing.
And so far, you guys have some great talent here, as evidenced by the fact that you guys are winning so much. So have either of you ever been around this many talented guys? I mean, obviously, you guys go to D1 schools, you're playing with some great players, playing against different teams with great players as well, but have you ever been in a spot with this many good players in one spot?
I personally haven't been to something, even the opponents are just top line, and in college, like you said, we go to D1, so everyone around you is good, as you know, but playing some competition that might not be as good as the competition you face here every single day in and day out. You're seeing the Friday guys, the first relievers out of the pen every single day, so kind of humbles you a little bit and gets you better as well.
I mean, I'd have to say the same. It's like facing a Friday guy from the pack every inning out here. And Pac-12 pitching's pretty tough, so getting to face these guys, it's humbling. Like you said, it shows you really who you are as a baseball player, coming out here every day and playing and getting in with the grind.
Now, you play games pretty much every day here. Obviously, during the season you maybe play a midweek or two, but it's usually Friday, Saturday, Sunday, like you said. So how, getting to practice and play every day, squeezing that kind of condensed in every single day, how has the coaching staff, here adapted differently? How have they helped you guys between Don and maybe not as much Jim Lawler, because you guys aren't pitchers, but Mike, I guess, what'd you call him? Crime Dog? Crime Dog? Word. All right, that's a question for a different time then. But how have they adapted to help you make you guys better ball players? I mean, they come in, they don't know you guys from day one, so how, right off the bat, have they helped improve you guys?
I'd say they're just here to get the extra work in. If we want it, they're here 1 o'clock, 12:30 every day to get extra hacks in the cage. They'll hit grounders if we want. Just being here to help us improve our games is something that they take pride in, and I think it's panning out.
Big thing with Don, like he says, he calls it spoon feeding us. He's just giving us a little bit at a time every day, and just something new, maybe a sign, maybe a play, maybe a bump play. I think that's really helping, just not everything thrown at you at once.
And so far what we've seen out there on the field, you guys are both infielders, you have some good chemistry out there and clearly on set right now. So had you guys met each other before coming out here, or what did you know about each other if not?
I just knew this guy hit a bunch of doubles and he was from Vegas and had some cool tattoos.
Yeah, obviously the year he had is second to none, I would say, and seeing it all over Twitter, all over Instagram, I knew he was going to be something special coming in, and both of us leaving to Team USA was something that I knew coming in, so being able to kick off a relationship right away was something I wanted to start because I knew I'd have to spend the whole summer with them anyways, so being able to kick off our relationship, like I said, was pretty cool.
So, like you said, you had heard some about each other, but playing with each other now, what has impressed you the most about each other and about Mason as well, and these guys that are getting to go to Cary in a couple weeks?
I'd just say for Bryson, it's his every day. He shows up, he's consistent, he's really good out there at shortstop, and as a first baseman, that's a great thing, knowing your guy's going to field some balls and throw them to your chest and make the good plays, make the routine plays, and make the spectacular plays, which he has. And it's pretty cool to see that. And then up at the plate, he's smooth. He's got that sweet lefty swing, and I love to see that.
Yeah, like he said, just seeing him go about his business, hitting every day is something that I was looking forward to personally. You see his numbers from the spring, like I said, second to none. And seeing him, how hard he works in the cages and BP is something that I was very looking forward to, and he's impressed for sure.
What was your reaction when you found out you had made it? When did you find out? Just take me through that process. What was that like for you guys?
I found out, I would say, April, end of April, beginning of May. Sounds about right. Somewhere around there. I got the call and I was ecstatic, to say the least. It's a big honor to play for your country along with the best kids in the country. Playing for something way bigger than yourself, way bigger than any personal goal you'll ever have, and being able to do that with USA on your chest is going to be a true honor.
I found out about the same time, getting the call back from last year. It was one of the greatest experiences of my life, getting to play that international competition with guys of such high caliber like Casey Mize, first overall pick, Swaggerty, 10th pick, guys like that. Just being able to do that on that scale, wearing USA across your chest, hearing the national anthem every day, there's really nothing like it, to be honest.
Did you ever think growing up you get to do that? Baseball's not an Olympic sport, and usually when you think international competition, that's kind of what you think of. And I know the guys have, Junior Olympics, some Team USA stuff going through high school. Did you ever consider that a tangible, I want to get to this benchmark at college at some point, or was it just kind of something that popped up?
I'd say it's something just popped up. Like Bryson, we play every day, we go out there and do our best, and then getting the opportunity to do this USA Collegiate team is quite an honor, and just proves our hard work and how we go about our business.
Yeah, you get rewarded for your hard work. Like he said, getting to the Cape is one thing for your hard work, and then you go the next step and get Team USA. Not a lot of people could say they did that, and like we said, it's an honor to represent our country and play the game that we love.
So then going forward, what was the moment kind of internally but also external affirmation where you realized, wait a minute, I'm actually good at this. I could do something way bigger with this?
I would say when I grew, for sure.
Yeah.
I wasn't very big, so I was talking to a couple of Division II schools, Division III, and I was like, I don't know. I played football, so I didn't know if I wanted to do that or play baseball, and I grew up a little bit and realized that I could have something special and perfecting my craft and work on that every day, and that's why I'm here.
I'd say the same thing for me coming into high school. I came into my own body, grew up a little bit, and got offered by Cal, and once that happened, it really set a benchmark for me, and I was going to go play there and have a good career, hopefully. That was my goal.
And so, Andrew, you just mentioned playing at Cal, Bryson, UNLV, both West Coast guys. What's it like growing up out on the West Coast and then being able to play for schools close to home?
I would say it's playing close to your home is awesome. I never really wanted to go to UNLV. Both my parents went. My dad played quarterback there, so I never really wanted to stay home. I wanted to leave and experience something different, but being able to play for your city is something that every kid would want to do, and I came to realize that. And being out on the East Coast with these bugs and stuff is a little different for me. So
I'd say playing at home, playing an hour from my house is great. Friends, family get to come watch me play. And Cal was a dream school of mine, so getting the opportunity to go there and play baseball, do what I love, couldn't be more happy.
So Andrew, going off what you said as a hitter, so we've talked about it. You're not the biggest guy out there. Clearly, you're a strong guy, but you're not a big 6'3", 6'4" first baseman. How are you able to drive the ball and have so much power, especially to the opposite field? We saw it last night, first inning, over the fence again, and fourth on the year already. Just how are you able to have so much power?
I really pride myself in keeping my legs strong. I believe my swing comes from my legs. If I stay balanced and I can use my legs and my hips. And I really like to keep my arms strong because, like you said, I'm not a bigger guy, but I like to think if I swing as hard as I can and put good contact on the ball, I can do some damage.
And kind of staying on you, I mean, you know, obviously your offensive accolades speak for themselves. Pac-12 Player of the Year, 400, and the only sophomore on the Golden Spikes finalist list. That's a guy that, you know, it's a plateau that a lot of guys hope to reach by the time they're out of college. You've done so as a sophomore. What did that mean when you got that notification?
I mean, this is one of the greatest honors in college baseball, and being on that list with those guys of that caliber, Singer, Mize, and Cody Clemens, I mean, just being there, I already feel like a winner, to be honest. I mean, I love baseball, so being able to put up the numbers that I did was humbling, and I'm honored to be there, but ultimately it's just a milestone. I'm looking forward to next year and getting back out there with the Bears and doing some damage.
And then this question's for both you guys. Are you ever surprised at yourselves and just how well you can play on a baseball field? If you hit a ball so far and you're like, oh wow, didn't think I could do that, or make a play, and never surprise yourself out there?
Personally, sometimes I surprise myself. I'll like dive in the hole and I'm like, I feel it hit my glove. I'm like, wow, I really got that, and I get up and throw it. But yeah, it's always surprising sometimes. I mean, you don't want to say it's lucky, but it surprises you here and there. But you work so hard to make those plays and hit the ball as far as Andrew does, and you do stuff like that to not really surprise yourself when it actually happens.
I'd say for me, what surprised me most is when I beat out some ground balls, because I'm not the fleetest of foot, and when I can beat the throw to first just because I'm mad or something, and that'll really catch me off guard.
So you mentioned, you know, the accolades that you guys have hit already, and you mentioned even freshman to sophomore year having a little more left in the tank. You guys are halfway through your collegiate careers. What, you know, tangible or intangible milestones do you guys hope to achieve in the coming years?
To win a lot of games. You know, that's always a team goal, and like we said, if the team's playing good, your individual awards will come, and everyone's goal going into college is to leave after 3 years. So hope to put up good enough numbers to maybe leave after 3 years and start our careers, and hopefully that happens.
Like Bryson said, if you take everything away and just want to win ball games, everything takes care of themselves. I never want to think about personal accolades or personal stats. So once you're winning ball games, that all does take care of itself. Whether you're a hitter or pitcher, it finds its way to do it.
So thank you so much to you guys for our beat writer Ian Vescera, Bryson Stott, Andrew Vaughn. Thank you guys so much for your time. We really do appreciate it. This edition of Gate Takes, my name has been Henrique DaMour. Thank you so much for tuning in.